Hey folks, before we get to today's episode of A Very Wordy Holidays, which was originally scheduled to be an episode of Wordle, I have some unfortunate news. In the course of recording this episode, we did experience an equipment failure that rendered the footage that was recorded unusable. Rather than re-record the same puzzle twice, which would remove the ability of me to play it organically, not knowing the answers, we decided to make a substitution. We actually have an unaired episode of the Hard Word Challenge series, and we're going to go ahead and present that to you right now in its place. I hope you enjoy A Very Wordy Holidays. Hey folks, you know what time it is. It's time for another episode of Hard Word Challenge, where it's time for you to be the star. Step up to the plate and challenge me with the hardest words you can find for me to start. If we haven't played them, we will play them. Tornado, a longtime viewer, a good friend of the channel, writes, try is at next time. All right, so house rules, we play 3 puzzles with the word. We see how many of them we can solve. So is at, I-Z-Z-A-T. Let's go with round 1 here. Is at gets me an A in position. So a very good start, actually, all things considered. Let's see, I think I'm just going to go with a pure 5-letter eval follow-up. How about the word force? 5 quality letters. Wow, look at that. Force gets me the O and the R in position. So now we have O, R, and A all in position. Lots of possibilities here. We tested the F and the C. So things like foray, coral are ruled out. So I think what I'm thinking to myself is, what is a good candidate for the first letter? Lorax or borax. Since I can think of 2 that end in O-R-A-X, I'm going to go with borax. No, but we got the O-R and A. Well, we've got no forward movement. That's the same thing we knew from before. Okay, we can rule Lorax and borax out. I don't know, just a strange thought in my mind. Again, it's not coral because we tested the C. I don't know if I can think of any other words that end in oral that would make sense here. Oh, moral. No, that's not true. I could think of one. Moral, and why not test the M and the L? All right, what do we do with moral? There it is. It is the word moral. Okay. All right, so that is our first round in the books. And now let's go to our second round. Our second round, we have an A out of position. Okay. Let's see. You know what? Let's get some A intel. I'm going to go with the word swarm. Oh, no, well, we moved it over and it's still out of position. Absolutely no intel otherwise. Since all 5 of the letters in this word are in, my go-to fudgy is going to be our third guess. Fudgy, give us some intel, please. Oh, my goodness, look at that. Fudgy delivers here, giving us an unscramble because we have the Y in position and U, D, and G out of position along with that A. That, if you haven't figured it out yet, is the word gaudy, G-A-U-D-Y. That's the only possible solve. And there it is. It's gaudy. Good old Fudgy, helping us out when we need it. All right, that brings us to our final round with is at. So let's see what we get here. A and T out of position. Okay. We could just go for the knockout here. Let's try table. Is it table? No. And nor is it T or A in first and second, respectively. It's not a heck of a lot learned there. How about shorn, like S-H-O-R-N? Let's get 5 quality eval letters here. All right, well, that gets us the S in position. All right. What do we want to do next? How about stamp? We'll move that T and A around a little bit more. No matter what, I think I'm going to get a good idea of where the T and the A are. That could actually be it, now that I think about it. Is it stamp? No, but we got the T and the A, S-T-A, all in position now. Okay, well, I'll tell you what immediately comes out into my mind. It jumps right off the page to me is the word stack. I know we have 2 guesses left, but I feel very, very good about stack. I think I'm going to go for it here. Is it stack? No, and we got nothing. Ooh, now we're in trouble. Look at that. We are in trouble. So there's a few possibilities here. It could be stats. Yeah, it could be stats. It could be staff. Stats and staff. I think the 2 leading possibilities here are stats and staff. Ooh, yeah. I don't see anything else. I mean, if it's probably stays, I think I have to go with staff. I think I have to go with staff here. All right, so the moment of truth here in this episode. Is our streak alive, or are we going to lose one? Is it staff? It is. Whoa! Ooh, that was a little too close for comfort, if you ask me, folks. There we go. Tornado, thank you so much for that suggestion. That was a fun puzzle. We had a good time with it. And a nail biter at the end. Folks, of course, feel free to challenge me. Step right up. Leave the hardest word you can think of in the comments below. If we haven't used it, we will play it. And, of course, thank you for watching the content here on the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It helps us out tremendously. I do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time for some more Hard Word Challenge.